This is a trans response to the Logan Paul apology video. We're going to have some support groups here, so if you do feel that you're finding things difficult or things are getting on top of you, they are here to help and support you. So before we go into any of today's topics, we want to highlight that to begin with, and yes, you are worth it. All we're going to say is obviously we need to talk about the topic of suicide, so we just want to make a disclaimer before we go into this video. Hello and welcome to Foxy Roxy Reviews. For people that are not very familiar with the channel, we cover everything trans, from news, reviews and trans-related topics. For people that are coming back, thank you very much for stopping by, it's much appreciated. This topic has actually been quite heavily discussed on YouTube so far, but to get people very briefly up to speed, Logan Paul and a bunch of other people wanted to make a prank video going into this forest below Mount Fuji. The issue being that this forest was notorious as a hotspot for people to go to plan and to go to commit suicide. Amongst other things, I think this video was really culturally insensitive to rather a delicate issue. There's a big thing in Japan to be the best and to be on top, and there's lots of social pressures. Coupled with increased numbers of youth isolation, I just don't feel this video was in very good taste. I think this video was misguided in the beginning. I think it's a step in the right direction that Logan Paul has made a video apology. What I found really disturbing was when they found this person who'd lost their life, how it was kind of covered on the camera again and again and again. They could have cut it. They could have cut it and they could have discussed it later, but they had to make a thing of it, and it was in the thumbnail to begin with as well. And this was all been edited. It's not even like a live stream or something like that. This was an edited, produced piece of content that was uploaded. It's gone through several people's hands and no one stopped it from going live onto the internet. I think what's really getting me at the moment is that there's this drive to get as many views as possible, no matter what. And in all aspects of the editing, the uploading, the thumbnail, this was all premeditated to upload this content. And what really gets me is even in the first Logan Paul apology, it's all about views and the channel and things like that, and not about apologising to the family. It just shows how everything has been really, really skewed and off kilter. A really important video I found was actually from Regina Scully, who was looking at it from a Japanese perspective. So I do really encourage you to watch the whole video. With Japanese culture, it's seen as important to cremate the body, so to get in the way of that process is very disrespectful. And the other thing I found interesting about that video was they went into a little bit about their experience of what it's like to be someone of Japanese origin in America, and how maybe their size you might prejudge around the culture. And looking at the other Logan Paul videos from the time he was in Japan, there was definitely some question marks over paying respect to Japanese individuals and Japan as a whole. What I'm really passionate about Foxy Roxy Reviews is that we cover a lot of trans-related topics and things which maybe aren't covered by the media in an equal level, or maybe topics that aren't being covered at all. And that's what really drives our content and why we release videos every single week. But one of the things we find is really chilling is how skewed things have become in what is deemed as an entertaining video. And then when you look at this video and Logan Paul's first response, it's very much a disconnect from the morality of this situation and what is seen as appropriate or decent or respectful. Today in the UK, suicide is a big deal in the trans community, especially for the youth community of today. I pulled a report from the Guardian newspaper. I'll give a link down below in the description as well. And it came from a significant mental health charity where trans individuals in the United Kingdom under the age of 26, 59% had actually stated considering committing suicide, 48% stated they actually had made an attempt, and 30% in the last 12 months. And that's compared to 6% of the general population, just to give you an idea of how high those numbers are. The other thing that I found was the importance of having support. 82% less likely to consider these things if you have support around you from friends and family, with that spiking to over 13 times bigger if you've been disconnected or been rejected by your friends and family. And coming briefly back to Logan Paul, what Logan Paul has done in the video, the initial response, then the video response, it's not enough. We need to raise more awareness around these topics so we can discuss them openly. And we really feel that Logan Paul does need to do something around mental health awareness if he is truly remorseful. But I do honestly feel that being trans gives you a wonderful perspective on the world, and I think gives you a value. And I think, to me, I find it a deep sadness when people don't feel that, whether it's a family member or a friend which has rejected them. And I can get sometimes why people might feel isolated or rejected. I mean, I've had that in my life, and I know it's not uncommon for parents or family members or even close friends to reject someone who is trans, and that can be exceptionally hurtful. But also, I think the important thing is you need to find the right people around you, because that's the thing that's helped me out immensely, is finding the right people, finding the support and having that warmth and love around you. So of course, at the end of this video we include all the support links again. As always, thank you very much for watching. You have the Instagram, the email and the Twitter. Please feel free to contact us. All we're going to advise is, because we are working, a lot of us do part-time and full-time jobs as well as do this channel. So quite a lot of time I might be working late hours. Of course, we'll get back as soon as we can. But with the support organisations we've included here, they are available 24/7 whenever you need them. Thank you very much for watching and giving us this opportunity to highlight this important issue.